Today with me is Tony.
Hey,
Tony.
how are you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Glad
It's
to hear that.
Warm day in Helsinki.
Which is surprisingly.
Yeah, it's May and it could be
Well,
snowing
Helsinki heard that I'm coming, so decided to switch on the heat. So I met Tony yesterday, live, and before that I met him a week ago.
Yeah.
Online through couchsurfing. So that's how I met Tony, through couchsurfing. And before, we're gonna speak about couchsurfing now. What is couchsurfing? Why did you go for it? And what experience you have? Would you recommend it? And stuff like that. But before that, why don't you tell them, the curious nation, something about you, a short story. It doesn't need to be connected to couchsurfing, but who you are, like a resume of 2-3 minutes.
Okay, 3 minutes only.
Okay. Put
Yeah.
it 13 then, no problem.
Okay. I'm Tony. I'm a Finn. I'm born in Sweden, but lived most of my life here in Finland. Helsinki is my hometown. I'm originally a historian. I never worked a day as a historian in my life.
But you still know a lot of things because you were showing me this and this Tsar built this and this.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive.
Well, it's good to know things where you live and
Exactly.
where things come
Yes,
from. Like
yes.
the environment is like, why is this building here? Why do people speak this language? And
That's
all
what
that.
I'm saying.
So to learn from the past can help you understand what's
In the
happening
future.
today. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so continue. You didn't work as a historian?
No,
Why?
I started working in marketing when I was still studying, and I'm still on that path. Like events are my thing, so I like to do promotion for different events, trade fairs and stuff like that.
Okay.
And yeah, I lived most of my life in Helsinki, but I also lived overseas in Estonia, in Australia, and in US. And yeah,
How much time you spent in the other countries?
well, I was 8 when I moved to Finland, and then like maybe 4 years altogether overseas.
Okay.
But I'm a Finn.
So this is your place.
This is my place.
You don't see yourself living somewhere else?
Sometimes when it's November in Finland, and there's
Spain looks...
yeah, it's really attractive. Yeah, true. Yeah, but when you go through the winter and rain and snow and all that, then when this weather comes out, you really appreciate it. You appreciate it much more when you have to suffer sometimes.
Suffer like 8 months? That's a lot of... That goes to masochism. It's a different...
Yeah.
Okay.
And I hate cold. And that's why...
What was that thing that you told me, the things they have?
Yeah, it's
The
like
saying?
I hate cold. I hate being cold.
Okay.
So, but I don't like, if it's cold, you just put more clothes
Yeah,
on.
what was that saying? The
There's
thing?
no bad weather. There's only bad equipment.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
Okay, something else you want to add before we go to couchsurfing?
No, just like really happy to have you here and enjoy the nice summer weather with me. Yeah.
Yeah, and shall we go and at least dip our legs after we finish this?
Yeah, of course. Like it's
Shall we
only
I know you don't like the cold water.
it's
right?
only like 16 degrees. So yeah,
We
sure.
can, okay, perfect. We
Maybe.
can try it.
No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
After you.
let's go. Or if I go, you come with me.
Let's see.
Okay, let's go to couchsurfing. So I saw you had on the website also like 7-8 couch surfers till now. How many you have?
I think I had like maybe 20, 25.
20?
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that. But couchsurfing is a good idea to travel, like if you're hosting, but you can also couchsurf at someone else.
Yeah, so it's 2 points
Yeah.
from 2 directions. Okay.
Yeah. So the best way is like if you're hosting someone, you're making a little trip yourself to that other person's homeland. So Helsinki is an expensive city to stay in a hotel or even in a hostel.
But not more expensive than London.
Yeah, probably not. But anyway.
No, but you were in London. What would you say?
Well, I was couchsurfing in London as well.
Okay, but in general, the city. London?
How do I like London?
No, like prices, Helsinki and London is
Pretty similar.
similar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, London can be expensive too, and you can get really like I stayed in a hotel there, which was like basically you could get snow from the windows, and it was still like €100 a night. So it
Wow.
it can be bad quality and expensive prices too. But I guess you need to like follow what the other people say, or you can couch surf.
Yeah, you can couch surf. That's
Yeah.
my first couch surfing, and it's been amazing so far. But why did you decide to go for couch surfing?
I think I saw someone who had the profile there and was telling
You
me.
started as a host?
Yeah, I started as a host, and I think my first visitor was from Canada. And yeah, that
You don't remember your first one?
his name was Ed.
You remember. Okay.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, it was like first I was a bit afraid from opening my home to someone stranger. I also come from a big family, so we always had open doors to visitors. So yeah, no problem with that. But yeah, of course, inviting someone stranger to your home. But the good thing about couchsurfing is that you leave references. So if the person, you didn't have any references, so I took a risk.
I didn't have. No, but at least I had a content I produce online, so I showed my YouTube channel, which is a bit something like.
Yeah, I had to look it through, and even regardless of that, I decided to host you.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, it's like if you're hosting someone, I try to like you get a lot of requests to host you, but I tend to choose. Because I have the possibility to choose myself.
Because I think I know where you're getting. Because some people will go to couchsurfing because of the free accommodation instead of connecting to the culture and places and stuff like that.
If someone sends me a request, I'm arriving at 11 in the evening and then leaving the next morning, I will not host that person because I'm not a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you don't pay anything. And it takes me like a lot of effort to clean the sheets and everything and prepare breakfast. So I want to like have this person as my guest. So and also learn about the other person and the place where that person is coming. Some time ago I had someone from Ecuador send me a request like, Ecuador, I don't know anything about Ecuador, so I want to learn. So that's why I accepted that person's request. So it's really cool.
Do you have a cool story from couchsurfing?
Yeah, everything's cool. Like one time I had this one guy, and that was the only negative time I had. Like this guy, he was quite young, so I can imagine like maybe he wasn't so familiar with the whole thing, but he came quite late and he was drunk.
You mean the first night?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he came late, and I was like prepared everything, dinner and everything, and this guy, couple more hours, but then finally when he got there, he was like, wow, and then he wasn't really friendly. He was kind of like dissing the whole thing and like what the hell are you doing here then? And it was really cold in Helsinki, like -20 or something, and I told him like, if it wasn't that cold, I would throw you out on the street right away. But yeah, I think he just didn't understand the whole idea.
So I ask you for a cool story and you tell me your worst experience.
Yeah.
So let's.
There are some positive stories too. Like a lot of positive stories.
Let's say from that majority of things is happening like good,
of course,
then just few situations you're having bad.
That's the only negative thing. I've hosted like 25 people and that was the only one. And I didn't read the references or didn't see any references. But the good thing is always read the references and learn about the person. Write something like start conversations and answer maybe first. And then it's like, hey, what your plans are and what kind of person you are. That makes it easier. Yeah. So yeah, learn something about the other person and choose your guests properly. Carefully, yeah.
Carefully. Yeah. I think it's a good idea because my parents are coming from a generation when you wouldn't trust that much. When I told them I was in Germany and there is a website where you just pick somebody's car and he goes around and picks other people and then drive from A to B.
Like BlaBlaCar or something.
Something like that. I don't remember. It was many years ago. And I told him I did this. Like, are you crazy? They can kidnap you. They can take your kidney. And like, what did it?
Did you lose your kidney?
No, I'm still whole in one piece. But you know, I see their point because they were going in communist era and there were different times and stuff like that. But this couch surfing, if people get the point, it can be really helpful because I said to my girlfriend, I never travel alone. I want to try it. And now that I was coming here, I was like, hey, well, why don't you try couch surfing? people told me, if you're alone, you do everything by yourself.
True.
But I don't want to come and take picture with the Helsinki wheel and just like, I mean, I want to know why is it there. Like, and I find that couch surfing can help you a lot in these things.
True.
To connect with the place.
Yeah, and you learn the everyday life. We've been talking about like the work life and stuff like that. So you learn more than as a tourist. And of course, like there's time and place for basic old-fashioned tourism, but there's also like you learn so much more if you're going to someone's home and leave the everyday life for like you're staying here for like 6 days or so.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be working, so I come home from work and you'll be you promised to cook for me, right?
Did I?
Yeah, anyway, so you see the everyday life, how it's like everyday life is pretty much similar everywhere, and there are some cultural differences. So yeah, like how you take off your shoes or do you leave them on? You, by the way, left your shoes on last night.
No, but because you went with the shoes, and that's why I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But usually from my home, the first thing I do.
And yeah, you see how people live, and that's more enlightening than just staying in a hotel and seeing the sights.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and when I've been couchsurfing myself, I've been to a couple places which are a bit more tricky as a tourist. I've been to Turkey, for example.
Okay.
And I was traveling around there where they don't speak much English. But to have a host and that person to help you choose the right restaurants, choose the right foods to try.
And that saves you time in researching. And yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Plus, even if you're hosting, not only the couch surfer will bring you something from his country, but you can, if it's somebody who's pushing like, let's go there, let's go here, like you just went to a place you never been here now.
Yeah, I never been to. We're, by the way, on this 4th island of Helsinki. And
tell something about the island.
Oh yeah, it's pretty amazing place. It's like the garden archipelago of Helsinki. It used to be a military fort, so you can see cannons and fortresses and fortifications and stuff like that in the middle of the Baltic Sea, which is like beautiful. And on a day like this, which is beautiful, warm, 25 degrees Celsius,
people
no
are
wind,
picnicking, and you can go with a ferry, which actually it's included in your ticket for transportation in the city. Yeah,
it's part of Helsinki. It's where people also live.
Yeah, but how many people will know that?
Yeah, true. And some people who don't know this might actually buy this more expensive
extra ticket.
Ferry. Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay. Something else would you like to add? Couchsurfing. Why should they try it?
Well, you should try it because that's why. Couple things. You get the local perspective, you meet new people, you get to go to places which the travel guides never tell you, and especially if you're traveling on your own, it like gives you some. You don't always have a possibility to travel with. You get holiday in a very odd period of time, and then like, nobody's going to travel with me, so why not try couchsurfing?
Perfect. Shall we finish like that? Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Everybody who comes here in the show has to get the opportunity to ask a question. So it can be everything. Yeah, I forgot to tell about this. I usually don't tell about this. I usually pop it up at the end and people are like, damn, what shall I ask now? So you can ask, have you ever been to Helsinki? What's your favorite food? Where you from? Like, whatever you like. And then you can pop in and maybe read some answers. It's up to you.
Okay. Have you ever swum in a plus 13 degree water?
Plus 13?
Yeah, Celsius.
Plus 13? Have you?
Yeah, after sauna, but without sauna. This is actually sauna temperature. So, do you want to go?
Yeah, we're going now, right?
Yeah.
At least our feet.
Sure.
you don't seem very like okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So, have you ever swum in a plus 13 degrees water?
Or colder?
Plus 13.
Yeah.
Plus 13 is fine. I thought you're going even in cooler water.
Yeah, like after sauna.
After sauna, what's the temperature you usually go to?
Well, I wait until I travel to Spain or somewhere.
No, but after sauna, you said.
After sauna, it can be anything, as long as there's a hole in the ice.
Okay, nice. When I was checking out a few couch surfers, and there was one guy who said like, if you're coming to couch surf with me, you're gonna go to sauna and cold waters. And then first I read it, I was like, ugh, what? And then I was like, oh, okay, maybe that would be interesting. And then I continued reading. I was like, by the way, this is only from March to October. I was like,
Yeah,
no,
but-
October to March. October to March. And I was like, damn.
So what is the coldest you ever swum in?
Me? Oh, I remember I've been to Black Sea in Bulgaria 29th or 28th of October, which is quite chill, but I didn't go with thermometer there,
Yeah.
so I cannot tell you what the temperature was. It was pretty chill, and I didn't stay much, you know, like I just go inside, dip a few swims and then go out. It's quite...
I've done like when they make a hole in the ice.
You did this. I don't believe you.
I
You said
did.
you don't like
But
cold.
after sauna, it's fine.
After sauna.
Yeah,
okay.
without that, I'd die.
So what, you just dipped inside and you just like that? Just
Yeah.
one, like quick one.
Well, you can like make a little swim around,
Or just put your head down and then...
stuff like that.
Okay, so next time, by the way, he has a sauna in his house.
Yeah, we need
In the
to
bathroom. Yeah, we need to try. But where are we gonna get the cold water from?
try. Shower.
Not together. Okay, what's the coldest water temperature you ever swam in? Thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
We're gonna
it's a
have
pleasure.
a few more nice days here and go and dip our legs now, right?
All right.
Cool. See you later.
Yeah. Ciao. I'm gonna go swim now.
Really?